Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another stream. We're about to get started. Guys. Let's just see what we have here. I'm just setting up on my streams right now, guys. So we are about to be live on. Let me see here if my streams are okay. All right, no, my stream is perfect. Right, my stream is perfect. Let me just see. Guys, you can just join us on my YouTube channel, Mabs FX, and then you guys can continue. Right. Let's see. Let me just check if my sound is okay. My mic is on. Just let me know, guys, if the sound is not alright. Okay? Just let me know if the sound is not okay so that we can fix it. Close the door, Mom. Yeah, just a few more minutes. Give me more water. Thank you, my darling. We're gonna get started just now, guys. Just setting up my stream. It took me a while, guys. If I say 10, guys, right? If I say we're starting at a specific time, I just give allowance for like a few minutes, right? Um, Actually live streaming on three platforms right now. I'm live on my YouTube channel. I'm live on my two TikTok channels. Okay, so I just want to see if we can manage with the multi-stream. Maybe I should just spend a little bit of more time just to understand how these streams work, so that I can stream much more efficiently. Okay? All right, guys. I see someone's asking if I'm live streaming right now on YouTube. I did send the link in my Telegram channel. Okay? So the join link is there in the Telegram channel. And then we're going to be good, guys. We're going to be good. We're going to be good. We're going to be gravy just now, guys. We're going to be proper. Okay? We are going to be just fine. We are going to be just fine. Let me see just looking at my different, just let me know, guys, in the chats, okay, our um if our things are okay on the YouTube live stream. All right. Yes, girl. Okay, go ask mama. Okay. All right. Okay, no problem. So we're live, guys. We're live. Just a quick sound test. Let me just see. We're gonna get started in 5 minutes, guys. So let's just get acquainted with the stream right now. We're gonna get started just now. Okay, just letting everybody join because I did start a little late. I'm on different platforms right now, so let's just see how it goes, guys. I want to see the best way to stream. I wish maybe I should have I can actually live stream right now on I can actually live stream on Instagram as well. Hmm. So let me just think about that. How am I gonna live stream on Instagram? So Instagram allows me to stream directly from the browser. So should I just do that just now? Let me see. Let me just try, guys. Let me just try. Let's just give it 5 minutes, guys, and we begin. I just want to see how I can get this right on Instagram. No, I can't because I use one streaming app, one streaming program. I need if I wanna if I wanna stream on Instagram as well, it'll have to be on tomorrow's stream, right? So we're live everywhere, guys. We're live on all my channels right now. We're live, not all, but on TikTok we're live everywhere. Okay, close the door, baby girl. We're live everywhere, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We start in 5 minutes. Can I have more water? So I'm just here with my daughter, guys. So you might hear a little kid distract me, but I'm gonna try and stay on point, guys. I'm gonna try stay on point. Thanks for liking the stream, guys. I see you guys are liking my stream on TikTok. Please, guys, even on Mr. Systems, please also like. Let's get this. YouTube guys also like the stream, please, guys. It helps a lot. Thank you, my baby. It helps a lot, guys. The streams help a lot. So let me know, guys, on YouTube, how's our sound? Close the door, baby girl. Let me know how our sound is going on YouTube. Just let me know in the chats, guys, so I can know. I've got a few. You know what, guys? I'm used to having many more viewers, eh? But I think it's because I'm not as consistent as I used to be, like on my social media platforms in terms of streaming. Okay, so in total, I think we have about 5 plus 2, that's 7 plus 5. So we've got about 12 people on the stream. So hopefully, when we start, we're gonna have a little bit more. Okay. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. For those of you guys on TikTok, you can just join my YouTube channel. Okay, if you want to see what's happening on our screen. Okay, if you want to see like the charts and things like that, you're gonna have to join us on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Mabs Effects. Okay. All right, guys. So we start in 2 minutes. Right? We start in 2 minutes. Get ready. Get a notepad. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Maybe we can start with questions, guys. So if anyone has a question before I begin, let's see if you guys have any questions because I didn't see any from the last stream that I did. Right? I think I answered most of them on the stream. But if you guys have any questions, maybe I'll take like two questions. Um, yeah, if you have any questions before we begin. For those of you that don't know, we're live on YouTube, we're live on TikTok, we're live everywhere, guys. Just give me an indication if the sound is okay on TikTok, guys. Okay, because I don't want to be yapping, and then that time my sound is terrible, you know. So I want to make sure that everything is proper. Sound is good. Sound is good. Proper, proper. Okay, that's good, guys. That's good. We want to begin. Sound is very clear. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Because I'm not using the mic that I connect with. I left it at my other place, so I'm using the laptop's mic. Of which I'm not sure how good it is, right? So, anyways, guys, let's just take it from the top, okay? Let's take it from the top, guys. Let's just share. Okay, so what we're gonna do, guys, the objective with these live streams, okay, is number one, to help those guys who have already purchased the trading software, right, to have a better understanding of how to use it, and then, to get them familiar with the system and also some other important knowledge, right, that I can share with them. Okay. And also just to help anybody else who's interested in trading, just to, because some people just really don't know. So the purpose of this particular session, guys, we're just giving each other information. Okay. So we're just going to talk very briefly about certain aspects of trading that affect our strategy and how we do things. Okay. So let's begin, guys. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's just start from the top, okay? So to get started, guys, right? I know I get this question so many times, right? I get this question so many times, guys. You guys always ask me the same question. So let's just answer it, okay? So how do you get started in trading? I know this is very basic for some of you who have already followed me, but let's just start here, okay? So how do you get started with trading? What do you need, right? So there's three fundamental things that you need. Okay. So the first thing that you're gonna need basic knowledge. Okay. So what I see or what I find with people is that when they start like engaging with me, I can see that there's a lot of knowledge gaps among people. You know, certain things that they should know, they don't know, right? So, what I would say, guys, is invest time, right, in learning the basics about trading. You know, get familiar with the trading platforms, get familiar with the language, right? It's very, very important. You know, don't skip that part. A very good place that I started with was babypips.com. Okay, that's where you're going to learn the basics that you need so that you can understand what this online trading world is about. Okay. And then now, once you are, I'm not saying that you need very advanced knowledge, but have an idea of what it is that we're doing over here. Okay. So then moving right along. Okay. And then point number two, what do you need? Point number two is you need a reliable broker. Okay. Remember yesterday we spoke about there's three markets that we can trade that we're interested in trading. We're interested in trading the Forex market, um, the synthetic index market, and then also the crypto market, right? We don't really do stocks. Okay. So those are the three that I do, right? That if you're following me and you want to know more about trading, these are the three that we are going to be focusing on, right? Is the Forex market, synthetic index market, and then the crypto market, right? So you need a reliable broker, right? So there's several of them out there. I can just name a few. For the Forex market, you know, you've got good brokers like XNES, you've got FX Pro. You guys ask me, like, I don't know how many DMs I got this morning, people asking me which brokers do I use, okay? And then you have Pepperstone, you have IC Markets, I think they're still open. You have IG, okay? And then for synthetics, you have Deriv. That's the only one that I know about when it comes to synthetic markets, right? Someone said that the Vault Market does it. I don't know. I don't even have an account with Vault Markets. Okay. And then the third thing that you're going to need, guys, after you give yourself time to learn the basics and after you find a reliable broker, okay, the third thing that you're going to need, guys, is a trading strategy. Okay. So this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about our trading strategy. Okay. And then how we implement it. And then we're also going to use it on a few charts here. Okay. I'm not going to look at many charts today. Okay. I'm just going to nitpick and see which ones we can use just to illustrate the points that I'm trying to make. Okay. So, what is a trading strategy? So, a trading strategy is the method that you're going to use to find opportunities in the markets. Remember, in trading, you have two actions that you can do. Okay, you as the person watching me right now, who's a trader like me. Okay, so you have two actions. So you can either buy, you can sell. Okay, those are the two buttons that you have. Okay, so now you know when you do the basic knowledge gaining or when you're learning the basics, you understand that you want to get buy trades when the market is rising, and then you want to get sell trades when the market is dropping. Okay, so that's ultimately what it's about. Okay, so let's jump into our trading strategy, right? Let's just jump into our trading strategy. Okay, so we're going to go into the strategy, but I want you guys to notice something about trading. Okay, so there are three phases to trading, right? There's three phases to trading, three phases you guys can see on the screen right now. I'll try to write this as neat as I can. There's three phases to trading, okay? Three phases, right? And I want you guys to pay attention now, okay? Phase number one is when you ID a trade, right? When you identify a trade or a trading opportunity, okay? And then phase two, this is when you execute, right? This is when you execute, okay? And then phase three, this is when now you are managing the trade, okay? Right. So now let's talk. a little bit, or let's zoom into these three phases, right? So the first phase of trading, guys, is the ID part, right? This is when you identify the 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 opportunities, okay? This is when now you apply your trading strategy, right? You apply your timing on the market so that you can identify the possible opportunities to buy and sell. Okay, so this is when now you'll be doing, you'll be using your trading strategy, your trading system, right, to find opportunities to buy and sell in the market. Okay, like what we're going to do just now. Don't worry. Okay, so this is where now you're going to be doing the technical analysis, reading the charts, using the trading systems, indicators, robots, whatever the case may be. And then this is the time when you'll also be doing fundamental analysis, when you'll be looking at the economic calendar, looking at the different news events that can affect the particular markets that you want to trade. Okay. So in essence, when you are IDing the opportunities, this is where now you are diving deeper into your trading strategy. Okay. Right. And then a lot of people focus too much on the IDing part. Okay. This is just a portion of what needs to be done when you're trying to be a successful trader. Okay. It's just part of the plan, right? It doesn't just end with being able to identify a trade, okay? Because it's very easy, guys. If you remove the emotions and you gain a little bit of knowledge, right? And a little bit of understanding, it's very easy to identify where the market is supposed to go. You guys get what I'm saying? So a lot of people think that this is the part, the only part that they need to focus on. And that's not true because the story doesn't end with you just identifying an opportunity. There's certain things that you need to do, right? So we move on to the second phase of trading, which now is where we execute, okay? Because remember, we use our trading strategy to identify the opportunities. Okay. And then once we identify the opportunities, guys, now we're moving forward. Okay. Now this is when we need to execute. What do I mean by execute? Remember, like I said, as a trader, there's two buttons that you want to press. Okay. You either want to press the buy button or the sell button. Okay. You want to press the buy button or the sell button. So you press the buy button when you think the market is going up. You press the sell button when you think the market is going down. Okay, so if you have a trading strategy already, you've identified the opportunity to either buy and sell. Okay, now we're moving forward to the execution part now. When we're executing, this is when we're actually starting the trade, right? So if we've identified a bullish trade, right, this is where now we're going to open up a buy trade. And then remember, we need to also um, execute according to what's in our account. Okay, so we need to use the correct lot size. This is very important, guys. Don't skip this part. Okay, this is very, very important, right? You need to now, when you're executing your trades, right, before you click the buy or the sell button, you need to know what lot size you're going to take because the lot size is very important because that's what tells the market how much risk you're taking off of your balance. Okay, so if the lot size is too big for the account, you're just causing yourself a disaster. Okay, so when you identify a trade, guys, you put the correct lot size, okay, and then you trade according to what you see or according to your trading strategy rules. Okay, very easy, right? Very easy, but a lot of people miss this part. Okay, because you might find, someone might see where the market is going to go, but the problem becomes when they click the buy or the sell button, when now they don't even use the correct lot size. Okay, and then they just blink and they find their account blown. And usually this happens because they might have opened up a lot size that's too big for their account. And then when the market moves the way it naturally does, it ends up wiping them out before it gets to the stop loss. Okay, so you want to avoid these things. That's why I say it's very important to have basic knowledge because if you have the basic knowledge, you're going to understand what it means to open up a buy trade. You want to understand what it means to open up a sell trade. You want to understand what it means to talk about leverage. Leverage is very important. You can't trade. I recommend that you know what leverage you're using before you actually execute. Okay. And then you're going to have to know which lot size to take. It's very important, guys. Okay. So if you don't understand that part, you need to go back and educate yourself on it. Okay. Because you don't want to be in that situation where now you're losing trades, you're losing opportunities because now you are blindsided. You don't know what lot sizes to use. Okay. All right. So phase one is when we ID the trade. Phase two, this is when now we enter into the trade with the respective lot size, okay, and the respective buy or sell, okay. Sounds simple, but easily overlooked, right? And then now, remember, guys, when we are trading, okay, when we're executing our trades, then now uh, we need to, there's a few things that need to be there, okay. So when you're executing your trades, guys, right, this is when you enter, but when you open up your trade, it has to have an entry point and it has to have an exit point, okay. Now, those exit points, this is your stop loss, this is your take profit. This is when now um, you know when the trade starts is that you wanted to go to a certain level, but if it doesn't go in that direction and it goes in the opposite way, there needs to be an exit point where now you can accept the loss. You say the trade is wrong. Okay. So you need to look at it like that. So now once your trade is open, guys, you go to the third phase, which is where now you're supposed to manage the trade. Okay. Because remember, first we have to know if the market is either going up or down so that we can open a trade accordingly. And then second, we open the buy or the sell. Okay. And I'll take profits and I'll stop losses. Okay. Now, when the trade is running, guys, we need to manage the trades. We need to know what do I mean when I say manage the trades. Okay. So when your trade is running, one key thing to understand is that you need to now trust your strategy. Okay. You need to now understand that the market needs time to develop. Okay. So the market needs to move so that you can understand what's happening. So you need to allow the market to do what it naturally does. A lot of people, when they open up trades, they expect the trades to go their way immediately. Okay. And now, when the market is busy doing its retracements and extensions, right, they end up starting to panic because now they're in a rush, right? They don't understand that the market moves like a wave like this, okay? If it's taking an uptrend, the way it will move up is it will make an extension, go back in the opposite direction, make an extension, go back in the opposite direction, that type of thing, okay? So you need to understand once you've executed your trades, guys, you need to allow the market to develop, right? The market needs to move, right? You only make a profit or a loss if the market moves from your entry. Okay, you need to allow it to move, right? A lot of you don't have the patience to allow the market to move, and that's because you don't have a trading plan. Okay, so now we're developing a plan. So when you open up your trades, guys, you need to allow the market to develop, move, and paint the picture so that you can understand the story. Okay, so now when the market is doing its thing and developing, right, you then need to, let me just sip my water. Right. So when the market is developing, guys, right, you need to now know what to do when the trades are winning, and then you need to know what to do when the trades are losing. Okay. What do I mean? Remember, guys, our objective is to maximize the opportunities that we get. We want to maximize the profits that we're going to get. Okay. So when our trades are doing well, right, there's certain things that we need to do in order to keep the money that we make. Okay? Because you don't want to be in a situation where your trades are making money, but then now, because you don't manage the trades, you end up losing the money when the market turns around. Okay, so this is when now you'll be doing things like shifting your stop loss to protect your profits, taking partial profits as the market is doing its thing, and then possibly even compounding and adding trades as the market continues. Yes, don't come in here, girls. Okay, go. Guys, I told you that there's gonna be little kids distracting me. Okay? But we're almost done, guys. Don't worry. I'll try to be quick. Okay? So you need to know what to do when the trades are winning, and then you need to know what to do when the trades are losing. Okay? So if you're losing consistently over time, sometimes it's not a bad idea to take a step back and just reset and come back on the next session. Sometimes that does happen, guys. It's part of trade. It's part of the business that we're in. Okay? You're not gonna have 100% wins. That's not going to happen. Okay, that's not how this industry works. Okay, so you need to know what to do when you're winning. You need to know what to do when you're losing. Right? Let me just pick up the pace so we can go. Okay. So now, guys, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back now. Let's dissect this thing. Okay. So I want to go back to phase number one when we talk about how to identify the trades. Like, how do we know um, which direction the market is going to go? How do we find the opportunities? Okay. So in our particular case, guys, we're using our trading system, right? Our trading indicator for MetaTrader 5. Okay. So we're going to use this indicator to find opportunities in the markets, right? So what are our objectives? What is the purpose of this trading system? What is it supposed to do, basically? Okay. So our trading system, guys, is to help us to identify opportunities in the markets by finding or identifying the trends, the direction of the market, and it helps us to get entries in the direction of the market, right? If that makes sense. Let me just check my comments. Somebody's asking if I know Just Markets. Yes, I do. It's another broker. Okay, but anyways, let me not get sidetracked. Okay, so now, guys. Okay, this is how we are going to find opportunities in the market, right? There's three steps. So we're going to use our trading system, but there's three steps, okay? And there's six components in our trading system, right? So on our charts, when I'm talking about the components, I'm saying there's three different elements. I mean, six different elements that we're going to look out for, but we mentioned them yesterday. You guys already know them, right? So just to cut time, I'm just going to get straight to the point. So there's three steps, guys, that we're going to take. So when we are analyzing a chart, right, there's three steps that we're going to look out for. Okay, there's three things that we're going to do. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, guys, is we want to identify the trend. Okay, whenever someone is talking about a trend in the markets, they're just talking about the direction. Okay, so the market can have three directions, right? So the market can either be going up, it can either be going down, or it can be going sideways. Okay? So with our system, guys, our objective is to find the instances when the market direction is up and then when the market direction is down. Those are the instances that we want to find with our trading system. Okay? Those are the instances we want. So when the market is moving sideways, we avoid those charts or those particular trading instruments. Okay? Very, very easy, right? If you I'm gonna need a mind, guys. I feel like I'm talking a lot, guys. I need some more water to drink. Just hold on. Now we've been live for a while, guys. We need to wrap this up quickly. Okay? So we're looking for instances when the market is going up And then we're looking for instances when the market is going down. Okay. So now the question that's in your mind right now, guys, I know you're asking yourself, so how do we know that the market is rising and how do we know that the market is going down? Okay. So this is why we've added the moving averages, right? So for a situation when the market is going up, we have three moving averages that we look at. Okay. We've got the red moving average, we've got the blue moving average, and then we've got the purple moving average. Okay. So the red moving average is the 20, the blue moving average is the 50, the purple one is the 200. Okay. Now, you're going to see this when we open up some of these charts, guys. Okay. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to look at the moving averages first so that we can determine the direction of the market, right? You get what I'm saying, guys? We're going to look at the moving averages first so that we can determine the direction of the market. Okay. So if the market is moving up, right, the moving averages have to be like this. The 20 has to be pointing up and it has to be above the 50 and the 200 in this order. Okay. Just like that, right? And then when the market is moving down, the red moving average has to be at the bottom, the blue moving average has to be in the middle, and the purple one has to be at the top. Okay. So then the 20 has to be at pointing down, the 50 has to be above the 20, and the 200 has to be on top. It's not at the bottom, it's at the top. Okay. So when the moving averages are stacked like that, we then know that the market direction is down. Okay. So that's where we start, guys, right? We first want to see which direction the market is going, right? And we can easily see that by looking at the moving averages, right? The cleaner it is, the better it is. Like when you look at this, guys, you shouldn't try to convince yourself that something is there or not there. It should just be clear, okay? It should just be absolutely clear. Like you should already just be able to tell that okay, this is an uptrend, this is a downtrend, right? In a few seconds, guys. It's not something that's difficult, right? So you guys are going to see what I mean, okay? Right? And then step two. What is step two? So step two, this is when we go for our entry. Okay? Step two is when we go for our entry, right? So what are we trying to achieve with this? Okay? So remember, guys, we want to trade in the direction of the market. Okay? We want to go with the market. So if the market is moving up, if the direction is up, we want to be buying. If the direction is down, we want to be selling. More water, please. Your kid is full of drama. Ew, she's got too much drama. So, anyways, our objective, guys, when the market is going up, we want buy entries. Okay? Why? For those of you who are confused now, why do you want to open up buy trades when the market is going up? Remember, in a buy trade, when the market goes up, that's when you start making profit. If it goes down while you're in a buy trade, that's when you're losing money. Okay? So we want to be trading in the direction of the market, right? And then when the market is in a downtrend or when the direction is down, we want to be looking for sell trades. Close the door. I'll call you. Okay? I'm almost done, babe. Right? So when the direction of the market is down, we want to open up sell trades. Okay? Very easy, guys. Are we still together? Are we still together? Right? Are we still together, guys? Are we still together? Let me just check if it's not crickets here. Let me just check. Okay, it looks like we're still. I think it's still clear for now. People are still with me. You guys are still with me. Oh goodness. Um, let me see here. Okay, let's see. For some reason, my screen disappeared. Okay, but anyway, let me just try fix it quickly. You guys aren't telling me that you can't see my screen. But anyways, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Let's just continue. It is what it is. So, um, then now, uh, how do we get a buy entry, guys? How do you know that we're supposed to get a buy or sell entry, right? So we've got three confirmations. We've got three confirmations. Okay, we've got three confirmations, guys, right? So what is our first confirmation? Okay, so let's just say, for instance, we are in an uptrend. I'm gonna show you guys this on the chart, okay? But just let's just follow the sequence here, all right? So let's just say, for instance, we've established that the market is trending up, okay? Now, if it's trending up, we want a buy confirmation. So we've got three confirmations, guys, for a buy trade, okay? The first one is that we have to see the system has to give us an arrow pointing to the upside, right? That indicates that the direction of the market is up, right? And then number two, on the top right of the screen, there's an entry dashboard. So the entry dashboard has to be telling us that the market is in a buy. It has to say buy on the top right, okay? And then on the bottom right of the screen, we have to now see the price action signal. It has to be telling us to buy. So if those three confirmations, or if those three indicators are in sync, it means that the entry is confirmed. Okay, so we can open up a buy trade. Same thing for the sell trade. So if we're in a downtrend, we need a sell confirmation. Number one, there needs to be an arrow pointing down. Number two, there needs to be a sell on the dashboard. Number three, the price action signal needs to be giving us joy. Okay? It needs to be telling us to sell, right? And then once we've got our buy confirmation and we enter our trade, we then now go to step three, where we get our exit point. This is where now we put the stop loss and the TP. Okay? So how do we put our stop loss and TP? We can use our support and resistance. We can use the 50 MA for the stop loss, and then we use that to model a 1:1 risk ratio. Okay, and then just like that, guys, then now we continue on phase three of the market, where we allow the trades to develop and we manage the trades. Okay, very simple. So let's just have a look at some of these charts here, right? Let's go look at some of these charts. Okay. Um, but before we look at the charts, you guys need to know we spoke about this, but let me just write it here on the screen so you guys can remember this, okay? So there's three markets that we can trade. There's the Forex market. This is your currency pairs, your gold, your silver, your blah, 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 your stock indices, your US 30, those ones, okay? And then number two is the crypto. This is your Bitcoin, Ethereum, blah, 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 those cryptocurrencies, right? And then the third market is the synthetic indexes, right? The synthetic ones, this is where you find them on MetaTrader 5, Deriv, right? Deriv allows you to trade on the weekends as well, okay? So those are the three markets that we're going to take, right? But guys, you must know that these three markets have a mind of their own, okay? So you need to approach these markets differently. Like the way you're going to approach the synthetic markets isn't the same way you're going to approach the crypto market. And the way you approach the crypto market isn't the same way you're going to approach the Forex market. But that's for you to now do your independent research and learning so that you can understand the differences between these three markets. We don't have that time right now. We're actually running out of time. Okay. So let's just look at a few examples, guys, of trades, right? Remember yesterday we found two trades. We found a trade on, I think it was Crash 500. The market has been rising all day today, right? And then we also found a sell trade on Boom 500. So let's just see if we can't make a few examples, and let's just jump into the charts right now, guys. Okay. So we're going to be looking at MetaTrader 5. We're going to be looking at MetaTrader 5, guys. So let's just quickly look at the markets. So I like to trade on the 30-minute chart, guys, across the board. So even on synthetic indices, guys, I am going to be on the 30-minute chart. Forex market, I'm on the 30-minute chart. Okay, that's my favorite time frame. That's the one that's been doing. That's the one that's been doing somersaults. All right. So let's just quickly look and see if I can't find an example for us that we can show right now. You see? All right. We're still looking. We're still looking. And the nice thing about Deriv is that you have access to many different markets. You know, you're not just limited to a handful of markets, but there's actually a lot of markets that you can trade. So what I like to do, guys, is that when I usually trade, when usually not in festive season, but when the market is open, usually I'm on the Forex market from Monday to Friday. And then when the market now is in a range, I then jump to the synthetic indices in hopes of finding a good trade. Okay, so let's see, guys. I'm trying to find uh, a clear example here. I think I'm gonna have to go to the lower time frames for this. See, the market is a bit slow, but this is the process basically, guys. So when I open up my platform, I just drag and drop several of these charts up until I see what I want to see. Okay, I see as a potential opportunity on. Okay, let's take this one for example, guys. Okay, so this is volatility 100 index, a 1 second index on the 5 minute chart. Okay, so first things first, guys. Okay, first things first, look at my crosshairs. You want to identify the trend of the market. Okay, so now how do you do that? You look at the moving averages. You can see that the 20 is under the 50, under the 200. Okay, so this tells you that this price action is in a downtrend. So already you know that you want to look for sell confirmations. Okay, and then step number two is now you need the confirmations. Okay, so what you're going to do is confirmation number one, you need to see the arrow pointing down, tick. You need to see a sell on the dashboard top right, tick. You need to see a sell on the price action signal at the bottom, tick. And then now we open up our trade. Okay, just like that, we've got a trade on the 5 minute chart, right? And then it's open, right? So that's step two now. You got your entry. Now your exit points. Where do you put your stop loss? Where do you put your take profit? So it's very, very easy. So we've got our sell trade. What we're going to do is we're going to drag our stop loss to the 50 EMA, right? And then you can see that we can use that 50 EMA to model a 1:1 risk ratio. And just like that, guys, we have a trade. Just like that on the 5 minute chart. Easy, quickly, right? That's what we have. That's all we have to do. Okay. Let's see if you can't find another sell signal or another buy example. Right. Let me just first look at my chat first to see if I don't have any. Okay. There's no. Hey, we got 22 viewers up on YouTube, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's keep moving, guys. Let's keep moving, right? So let's see if we can't find a buy example for you guys. Right, here's another one, exponential growth on the 5 minute chart. You guys can see the 20 moving average is under the 50, the 50 is under the 200. That's a downtrend. You can see the arrow, sell on the dashboard, sell on the price action signal. That's a sell entry that we can take right there. Our stop loss we can place at the 50, use that to do a 1:1 risk ratio, just like that, guys. Let's keep going. I want to go. Okay, this thing is keeping me on the 5 minute. So today we're just going to be on the 5 minute chart. Okay. So here's an example of a buy setup. Step number one, identify the direction of the market, the trend. How do you do that? You look at the moving averages. As you guys can see, the 20 moving average is above the 50 and the 50 is above the 200. That tells us that this market is in an uptrend. The direction is up. The second thing that now we want to do is we want to get a buy entry confirmation. So how do we do that? We look at our indicators to see the confirmation to buy. So as you guys can see, confirmation number one, the most recent arrow is pointing up. Number two, the price, the entry dashboard is telling us to buy, and the price action signal at the bottom is telling us to buy as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a trade to buy on the 5 minute chart, and then for stop loss, we're going to take it and we're going to drag it and place it on the 50 EMA, and then we're going to use that to model the 1:1 risk ratio. And then just like that, guys, we have our trade. Just like that, easy like that. Okay, but just be very careful with the lot size. I see this one, exponential growth index. It has a heavy lot size. So be very careful here. Your lot size needs to be smaller depending on how much is in the trading account. Okay, so let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's see if we can't find a final example. Here's another example, guys. This is step 200. Also, this one I've traded it many times. Okay, step 200, guys. This one needs a healthy account balance. Okay, you can't just trade this with the $10. You can't do that here. Okay, you can't do that. You need to have more money in the account. Okay. So step number one, identify the direction of the market. You look at the moving averages, the 20s under the 50, the 50s under the 200. This tells you that this market is in a downtrend. Okay, so you looking for sell entry, right? And then now you need to get a sell confirmation. Sell confirmation, you need to first see the arrow pointing down. There we see it. We need to have a sell on the entry dashboard, top right of the screen, and then we need to see a sell on the bottom right of the screen. Okay. And then from there, once we open up our trade, our stop loss is going to be at the 50 EMA. And then we're going to use that 50 EMA to model a 1:1 risk ratio. So if the stop loss is 50 pips away, our take profit is going to be 50 pips away. Right? Easy, guys. Easy, 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 easy. That's what we do. Okay? Let me see. Let me just look at one more now, one more chart that we can look at. Keep an eye on spot up, volatility down. In the these names are too long, man. They need to shorten these names or have abbreviations. I don't like how they they've named these indices, right? Okay, so here's the final chart that we're gonna look at, guys. This is the volume. Okay, let me see what this is called. It's called the volume index with regime based volatility. The names are funny, okay? So if you're looking at this chart, guys, this is on the 15-minute chart. First thing you're gonna do, guys, identify the direction of the market. You look at the moving averages. You can see the 20 moving average is above the 50, the 50 is above the 200, and then that tells you that this direction is up. Okay, in an up direction, you're looking for buy confirmation. Okay, so step number two, uh, then now you get your entry. So how do you confirm your entry, right? You look at the arrow, right? You can see the arrows pointing up. We've got a buy on the dashboard, and we've got a buy on the price action signal at the bottom. So if these three indicators are in sync, we jump into the trade, right? And then from there, we use that 50 EMA to put our stop loss, and then we use that 50 MA to model the 1:1 risk ratio. And then just like that, guys, we have our trade. Just like that. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. We've killed it, guys. Okay. So, anyways, that's how we've been live for about an hour, guys. Okay, I need to disconnect. But we've been we've been live for about an hour, so we've covered the basics, right? All right. So another key thing to remember, guys, like as I close, okay, the key thing to remember, guys, is always try to have a complete trade. Your trades need to be complete, right? What do I mean by that? You need to have your entry and you need to have your exit points. You can't be trading and you don't know where you're going to get out of the market. Okay? It's just a recipe for disaster. Okay? You need to understand um, where you're getting in, where you're getting out. Okay? So you need to place your take profit and your stop loss. Okay. Some people trading without the stop losses, I don't recommend that. I always use a stop loss, right? And then another thing to remember, guys, is trading is all about having a plan. Okay. And then now, if you have a plan, you avoid emotional responses. Okay, so this is not about emotional. When you're trading, you need to be logical all the time. So you stay logical by following a plan. Okay, so when your trades are open, like what I've done just now, I've opened up two trades, but there's three signals. I open up two trades. So what you need to help yourself to understand is that you need to realize that the market moves in a certain way. So if you open up a trade in a certain direction, the market is going to move in a certain way. So the market doesn't move in straight lines, it moves in waves, right? So when it starts moving in a wave, okay, you need to understand that before it goes up, it's going to go down, right? Before it goes down, it's going to go up. Okay, so there's things called retracements. Okay, they are retracements, all right? And then you need to understand that as well so that you have a clear mind, right? You need to allow the market to develop. It's going to move in waves. Before it goes up, it's going to go down. Before it goes down, it's going to go up. Again, and then yeah, guys, I think that's the end of our trading session today. It was more, we spent more time, um, giving explanations, but hopefully on the next session, we can spend more time analyzing actual charts. Okay. But yeah, anyways, guys, those are the key points that we wanted to go over. For those of you guys who don't have the trading system, right, listen up. So we have a trading system for MetaTrader 5, we have a trading system for MetaTrader 4. Okay. The prices for these trading systems is 100 USD or 1,500 Rand. Okay. And then they work on a PC or computer. I know some of you have been asking me, does it work on a mobile? No, guys. You even see me when I post these things. It's from my computer. Okay. So you need to have a computer in order to use it. Okay. It's not just gonna work on your PC. I mean on your phone, right? If you want to use your phone, you need to have other things. You need to have like other resources like a VPS and things like that. Okay. So if you're interested in getting any one of our trading systems, just send me a DM here on TikTok, a WhatsApp, or send us an email, right? I'll be able to respond to those, okay? And then how is the system delivered? Because I get this question a lot. So when you purchase, we send you files via email, okay? And then the files or that email is going to have installation instructions. There's also an installation video guide that you're going to find on our Telegram channel, okay? So once you purchase, you're going to get access to our Telegram channel. And then on the Telegram channel, this is where now you're going to find the training videos, the installation video guide, and the strategy rules. Okay, so then if you want to know more, you'll be inside that channel and you'll be able to access those resources. Okay, and then from time to time, we do these live trading sessions or training sessions. So then I post the links in those Telegram channels. Okay. So then, yeah, if you guys want to be a part of the team, just send us a DM and then we will be gravy. So let me just check my chat before I go. If it's still clean. All right. Somebody's asking a very important question. Somebody's asking, can we have to use? Okay, I did answer this question yesterday, but I will repeat it. So you can use any time frame, right? You can use any time frame to trade with, right? As long as the rules are aligning, okay? And remember what I said, guys. There's three different markets that we can trade, right? There's forex market, crypto market, and synthetic markets, right? So the way we approach these things is different. For example, the forex market, you can't just hop up to it and then find an opportunity at any given time. You see, the currency pairs are active at different session times. Okay, so those are the things that you need to have timing. So let's say for instance you're trading something like the US 30, okay? It doesn't make sense for you to start analyzing and hoping for trades in the Tokyo session, okay? If you have the basic knowledge, you understand that this is a stock market index for the New York session, right? Which operates the normal trading hours is the New York session. So with that understanding, you would approach the market at the New York session, okay? And then that's when you would trade your 15-minute, 5-minute, 30-minute, whatever the case may be, to find opportunities, because you know that that's when the market is open, right? As opposed to um, the synthetic markets. The synthetic markets, we're just looking at the price action primarily. They're not really, according to what they say on the website, is that they're not affected by the economics side of trading. Okay, so the fundamentals don't really affect the synthetic market. Okay, so there we rely a lot on technical indicators, technical analysis, right? So you need to have that understanding. That's why I said that it's very important to understand the basics so that you can know that there's different markets, right? The US 30, Euro USD is not the same as your volatility 75, is not the same as your boom and crash index. These are different markets, right? And you need to, they traded differently, but the way we analyze the market is the same, right? If that makes sense. So the way we analyze the market is the same. We use the same principles to find the opportunities. It's just that on different markets, you need to understand what's what. Okay? Very important. But anyways, guys, I'm disconnecting right now. We've been live since 10 p.m. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Okay? I might not announce. I might be live in the AMs, guys. So you'll find me on TikTok, and then just look out, maybe put a post notification on my YouTube channel so that you guys can see when I'm live. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining up on the stream. If you have any other questions, just send me a DM, guys. I've been traveling a lot, so I'll try to respond to your messages. I know some of you have been sending me messages. I'll try to respond as soon as I get a chance to. And then yeah, guys, I'll see you guys on the next stream. Take care. I'll see you guys later. Cheers, guys.